Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dr. Hooten's Hope Dealing podcast. We got a great episode for you today. What we're going to go through here in a few minutes is the experience that you would have if you first showed up in our office. So I've got a young man here today with me who's been under care for a little bit, but we're going to go through what happened when we first met. We're going to be talking about things like headaches, back pain. We'll even touch on autoimmune diseases, Lyme disease, pneumonia, asthma, kidney issues, and I probably forgot a couple things, but if you stay tuned and really glue to what I'm about to show you and walk you through, it'll all make sense, because after all, you don't think about going to the chiropractor when you have some kind of big health issue. Typically it's for just pain of some kind. Well, that is not at all why I'm here, and I will do a good job of explaining that. So hold on to your butts, let's get rolling. Hi, Andy.
How's it going, Dr. Hooten?
Dr. Brian, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I see that the wonderful Barcelona family sent you in here.
Yes.
What
yes.
did they tell you I was going to do?
That you were going to change my life.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a really good experience so far.
Yeah.
Did they try to tell you how?
I know they mentioned, I actually watched a video, and it was the famous...
Oh, when I was pulling?
Yes, yeah.
Before I do anything like that, I'll do a
Okay.
good job of explaining it.
Yeah.
We've got these headaches and back pain. Clearly, if you see the testimonies all over the place,
Yeah.
we do see a lot of that. So I'm going to walk you through how you got to this point, and then obviously what we're going to do to help you, because that's the biggest thing. Most people come in and they think I'm going to heal them, and I can't do that. I can't heal headaches or back pain any more than I could heal, somebody with Lyme's disease or constipation. Like I saw your kid has constipation.
Constipation, yes.
My job is to help your body, allow your body to heal itself. And we found this out when I was a kid. So you've got this 1-year-old who's having issues. When I was born, I had major issues. I couldn't breathe.
Wow.
And if I didn't take this medication, I would be in the hospital with pneumonia. So as the stories are told, before I was 2 years old, it was 20 visits to the hospital, another 30 before I was 10 years old. And we didn't know any better. We were just going to the doctors and taking these drugs and nobody telling us how to get healthy. And then I got this real weird diagnosis called Goodpasture syndrome, which probably never heard of it, but it's like lupus, scleroderma. It's one of these autoimmune diseases. And they said I wouldn't live to 40. My kidneys would fail. And I'm 10, 11 years old. I'm thinking, what do you mean I can't finish a soccer game? That's all I cared about. But we didn't have a choice. If I didn't take the drugs, I was in the hospital. Well, when my kidneys started to act up, that hurt. And that was the first pain I ever had. In fact, it started going into, it was inflaming, it was failing.
Wow.
And while we're waiting on the kidney doctor, they took me to this chiropractor. And she put my x-rays up here, and my spine was crooked. Now, we knew it was crooked because we'd been to the doctor 10,000 times, and they x-rayed my lungs every time I had pneumonia. You could see my spine crooked, and not one doctor said a word about it.
Wow.
This chiropractor explained, this is why you're sick. So I've got x-rays of you up here, and I'm going to do a good job of explaining this here in a second. Where my spine was kinked, yours is kinked also, just differently than mine was. And this is how it works. Think of your body, okay, as this beautiful Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Right, the way God made us, we're supposed to develop into this plush garden. So your heart's in your garden, your lungs, your immune system, your liver, your bones, your skin, anything you can think of, right? And then your brain would be the water supply. Well, if you shut off my brain, or if you shut off the water, what happens instantly to my garden?
It dies.
Yeah, we're going to see Jesus, right?
Yeah.
So this needs to get down into your body through your spinal cord or your water hose. So if you shut off the water, everything dies. What if your hose going to your garden is kinked, so 10-15% of the information or the water isn't getting to your plants?
Yeah.
What happens to your plants that way?
They slowly start dying, I would say.
Yeah, they don't die immediately,
Yeah.
right? So what begins to happen to the leaves?
Start drying up here and there.
And you don't notice it.
Yeah.
until the plant is really hurting, until your body's really hurting.
Wow.
And I told you all that to tell you this. This is the mistake. We are told by the TV all the time, we're told to make this mistake. We're told by doctors to make this mistake, by our parents and their parents. We're told to treat the symptom, to treat the plant. And you go to the doctor, and what do they give you?
Medication.
They give you a drug that only covers up the problem, and the kink is still left in your hose.
Wow.
What happens to your garden that way?
It gets affected.
Is it going to get better or worse?
No, worse.
So you keep chasing it with more drugs, and it's surgery. Now some other part of your garden, that's what was happening to me. I was damaged at birth. My whole water hose was kinked up. My immune system was shot. I couldn't breathe. I was carrying around these inhalers. I took 4.5 prescriptions in the morning, and I'm still sick.
Wow.
So the chiropractor showed me this, and let me see your arm real quick. So your bones in your spine should be lined up protecting all this.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, you did something a long time ago where instead of protecting, you put them out of place, and they got stuck that way.
Wow.
That's what we call subluxation. Can you say that word for me?
Subluxation.
Subluxation. That's our term for a kink in your hose.
Wow.
Well, if you're just like the water hose, if you kink it, what's happening to your body?
It can't transfer. Yeah.
Yeah, can't get the water down. So some plant is having trouble, and your symptoms, headaches, pain, to the big stuff.
Right.
Gout. Autoimmune disease. Constipation in the kid.
Yeah.
The one thing I know for sure is that your body wants to heal. Your body's not programmed to.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To keep having headaches or to keep having back pain. Your baby's not programmed to have constipation. God did not make a mistake. We screw it up. And sometimes we don't know what we did. Like I was damn. They pulled me out of my mom. I mean, they didn't realize it. They had messed me up that bad. Yeah. So something you did when you were younger. Okay.
Yeah.
On the right here is a decent example of a healthy neck.
Okay.
Okay. On the left here is yours. So you're both looking that way.
Yeah.
And obviously, what is this one? What's the difference? What do you see?
The one to the right has a curve.
Has a good curve in it. Now, I'm going to pull up a really good one. This is my kid.
Wow.
So I've adjusted her since the minute she was born, literally with the umbilical cord attached.
Wow.
I was adjusting her spine, obviously with my pinkies. I have a specialty in newborns, so she was able to develop a very healthy spine. I don't even have that.
Wow.
In this position, the bones are lined up. The spinal cord is in a tunnel right here. So the hose is flowing like it's supposed to. So do this with your left hand. Okay? So in a curved position, the spinal cord would be where your skin is. So touch your skin right there. See how it's nice and loose?
Yeah.
Okay?
Wow.
Now do that. Obviously what's happening to your skin.
Yeah, it's tight. Yeah.
While we're sitting here talking, your spinal cord has that stretching pressure.
Wow.
So if you think of the water hose, it's like the bones are squeezing and pulling like that, choking things out. Of course you're going to have trouble.
Yeah.
And it's been there a long time. I'm going to tell you how I know that. If you look at your bones here, okay, you can kind of make this one out. They should be more really squared off. You see how this one's sort of a funny looking rectangle?
Yeah.
That one too. That's a type of degeneration. What the MDs call arthritis. It's a type of arthritis. But basically, that word means things are deteriorating because it's been stuck like that for so long.
Oh.
So if you don't stop it, what does tomorrow look like?
Not good.
5 years. Aiden needs a good, healthy daddy.
Yeah.
When you're 50. When they started working on me, I got off the table breathing better immediately. So can I see your arm again?
Yeah.
So when you get a proper adjustment, and there was no shenanigans. I mean, they didn't hook me up to machines or inject me with, the latest and greatest stem cells or anything like that.
Yeah.
They took this pressure, Dr. Sandy, and went, got the pressure off.
Wow.
She didn't make my spine perfect. She just adjusted me so that pressure was gone.
Yeah.
My hose started flowing. What happens to your garden that way?
Starts growing. Yeah.
And now, will you be 100% immediately?
No.
No, it takes time for the
Takes
guard,
time.
right?
Yeah.
But you've got so much pressure built up.
Wow.
When you get off the table here in a minute, you're going to feel different.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so this will be the first step, and then I'm going to see how you respond after today. I'm going to give you an exercise to do tonight to help stretch and strengthen your neck, because you want to stop the whole degenerating process.
Okay.
And then I'll put a plan together for you, and I'll have that for you tomorrow. We'll go over it together.
Great.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Ready? Let's get rolling.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Andy, we're going to start at the very top of your neck. Now, you've lost the curve in there, and there's all that pressure. There's a lot of detail that I see. Just remember that you've lost the curve in there, okay? But pretty much all your joints in there are stuck. So I'm going to get them to move. I'm going to go real easy today. I'm going to go from here to there. There
Wow.
Good job.
Wow, wow, wow.
A little tight.
I felt that one.
I'm going to work down in between your shoulder blades a little bit. All very much attached to your neck. Big deep breath. All the way out. I'm going to squish you.
Ooh. Come on. I felt that one.
All right, now this one, the famous pull,
Yeah.
you're about to get it.
Okay.
So I'm going to sit you up a little bit. Okay, we didn't talk too much about your back on the exercise because there's really not a big problem down there. Most of it's up here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull, and you watch when you get up, your back's going to feel a little better.
Okay.
Harness going to go around your neck,
Okay.
around your head. Now, we're going through Andy's first interaction, but this is actually probably his 40th adjustment. So I'm going to go real easy on the first time. So I'll show you an easy one, and then I'm going to really let him have it. Keep your teeth together, buddy. So a lot of times that's all we need on the very first one if you need this type of adjustment. But he needs a big boy. All right, keep your teeth together, buddy. Oh. Ooh-wee. Get all the way down.
All the way. All the way to my toes.
All right, stand up and move around a little bit. See how you're feeling.
Oh, wow. Oof. Yes. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, I feel so much better.
Power is
Thank you.
on. You did good.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
There you go. Day one. Listen, if you're out there and you have questions, if you got any kind of back issues or any other disease that you want to get on top of, I'll do a good job of explaining it. Obviously, the more common things are like back pain, herniated discs. I've got a specialty in post-surgery stuff. I've got one lady, believe it or not, who's had 10 back surgeries.
Wow.
And I'm still able to help her. In fact, she was just here this afternoon. No matter what you've been dealing with, your body wants to get well. Come on in, we'll explain it all, walk you through it. If you're terrified of getting adjusted, I've got ways to do it. I mean, goodness sakes, I work on Aiden.
On Aiden, yeah.
Little babies.
1-year-old.
We can handle it. So don't be afraid, give us a call. You can find us online at drhooten.com or anywhere in the North Texas area. Just come and see us. Remember, drugs are bad. God is great. And so are you.